Yo, what's happening? Happy Flex Friday. IFBB Pro Matt Butale coming at you today with another live stream. You already know what's good. Monday to Friday, we roll in live. I'm going to be chatting to y'all about the real reason why I'm not going to take gear and why I don't take gear and why I've never done it. All right. This is getting probably to some people, this is like, oh, shut the fuck up. Like, this is getting old, Matt. What the fuck? Like, we don't care. Stop talking about gear. Stop talking about steroids. And I feel you on that. Like, trust me, I feel like a vegan right now. Hey guys, I'm vegan. I'm vegan, guys. Did you know that I'm vegan? Like, that's what it feels like to always be talking about being natural. So and that's just the reality of it. But I'm not ashamed of it because not only is it true, I think it's just fucking important to talk about, especially with a bunch of these young guys like myself that are aspiring to be bodybuilders in this industry or just like in their life. They just want to put on fucking size, get juicy. You know what I'm saying? Get jacked in that. All right. So I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be integral, genuine, authentic as usual, and a lot more vulnerable than usual, actually. In this live stream episode today, it's gonna be short and sweet, but right to the fucking point. But again, this one's gonna be I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna be authentic here as usual, and I'm gonna be a lot more vulnerable than I usually am. Okay, for a lot of you guys and girls that are just finding out about my page that haven't, you're just learning about me, you didn't know about me for like years and years, like most of my followers. There's a lot you don't know about me, and I'm going to take the opportunity this Friday to talk a little bit about my past, a little bit about myself, and honestly air out a little bit of my dirty laundry, because let's face it, I'm a human being. I'm not fucking perfect, and neither are you. So don't come over here with that bullshit. Um, but I just want to keep it a stack. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys and girls and tell you why I will not ever be taking gear and why I don't take gear, why I've never taken it. And just you're gonna understand. You're gonna be like, okay, yeah, I fucking get it. Also, we're also going to be talking about what it means to be a natural nomad. I know you've been hearing me say that for a couple of days now since I turned pro, but to be honest with you, I've been an online coach for over a year, self employed. Shout out to Brian Mark and PT Domination, shameless plug. They helped me so much with business mentoring to be at this point where I actually get to bodybuild full time and all that good stuff. But my company is called the Natural Nomad Academy. And see, the morals, ethics, and values behind that are pretty much aligned with you being in alignment with your mind, spirit, body, and soul, doing things that like in your heart, are making you integral in terms of like you being aligned with your life and knowing that you're not wasting it, knowing that you're not like disrespecting your own life force by cutting it short for temporary satisfaction, i.e., gear. Right. So, what it means to be a natural nomad, which is what we're going to start off with today, is not just to not take steroids. Like, this is not like an anti steroid campaign. As I said before, and as I'll always say and probably repeat a billion fucking times, um, people that take gear, I don't like, they're still dope. Most of my friends take gear and I love them to death. You know what I'm saying? And like, just because you do something, I'm not going to judge you for it. Just because you don't do something, I'm not going to judge you for it. But what I'm going to do here, guys and girls, like with myself, is stay honest and integral and tell you guys why I'm doing what I'm doing. And just express that, right? Because that's the very least I can do. And that's a part of me being a natural nomad, which is just like, living in actions of service and, respecting people, their limits, their boundaries, and sharing my story to, inspire and improve the life of somebody else, right? Which is a huge part of being a natural nomad. This is a culture. This is a movement. This is not I don't take steroids, so I'm isolating myself. I'm being a nomad. That's natural. Like, there's some truth to that, yes, but it's not the core of what this is. The core of what this is being in alignment with what you truly believe you want to do with your life, your time, and how you want to influence others, how you want to inspire others. Um, and honestly, your actions day to day that prove that you're in alignment with yourself and with, that you're happy with what you're doing, right? So, without wasting any time, we are going to dive into this live stream slash podcast in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yo, what's up, guys and girls? Natural Nomad, IFBB Pro Matt Butale, head coach of the Natural Nomad Academy, rolling to you guys live and direct this Friday to talk about the real reason why I don't take gear and probably why I'll never do it. Not probably, but like why I'll never do it. And it's funny because before earlier on in my bodybuilding career, I would always say, maybe when I'm like older, when I'm 27, when I'm 30, and I'm like, you know what I mean? I might try it out and just do it or whatever. But like now I'm solid in it. I'm not doing it, and I know why. So again, just to preface, I was talking earlier about this today, about a little bit about my past, because a lot of you guys and girls are new to my page and you don't know what I went through, sort of like who I am fully, right? So let's break it down. I'm gonna be vulnerable today. All right. So growing up, I mean, let's just lay it out how it is. I'm just gonna jump right to the point. My parents divorced and stuff when I was in high school, like in the ninth grade, and it made me sort of like, it's not that it made me, but because that happened, I felt like I could just be like this unruly kid, just do whatever the fuck I want. I mean, my father worked 16 hours a day as a truck driver, so he wasn't like, it's not that he was absent, but it was like he couldn't stay there and discipline us the way that he should have been able to. I mean, you needed two parents for that, especially with the way he worked. So he was always at work just doing his own fucking thing, right? And then when he'd come home, it's just like he's just too tired. You got to eat, you got to sleep. So I was pretty much off doing my own thing, smoking weed every single fucking day, several times, getting drunk and like just doing drugs. Like I was drinking codeine with promethazine. So if you guys know what lean is, like I was addicted to that. I was partying like a motherfucker. My father would on vacation to Africa and stuff, and I would like throw 4, 5, 6, 7 day house parties and just do wild shit. And I was just living on the edge. I'd fight people and just do stupid shit. I was irresponsible, and that happened from when I was like 14 years old, all the way up until I was about, say, like 16, 17. And then like shit just started to hit me, and I realized like I got to hold myself accountable for my actions. Otherwise, like I'm just gonna shave years off of my life, or someone's gonna kill me, or something. I might kill myself by accident. It just started to click to me. So I started to like, I became a security guard. I started to work my ass off every single day of the week, full time. I used to work full time Monday to Friday, and then on the weekends I'd be a bouncer at the club, just doing my best to be productive. And I start training again, because I stopped training after I stopped wrestling, which is a story for another day. But guys and girls, I snapped into reality and I realized that it's time for me to be a productive member of society. So I just, started to work and contribute and then like help my dad instead of like fucking making this guy's life miserable. Um, I love him to death because he showed me so much, and he's like his work ethic is so ridiculous. Like I understand how I got here. Like I definitely got it from my dad, and we'll definitely be talking about that later on in the week, or next week. But I want to let you guys and girls know that I had a bad relationship with drugs growing up. Horrible. I was addicted to sex. I was addicted to drugs, and I was addicted to like essentially violence, crime. I used to steal from my friends. I used to steal from my mom. Like I used to be not in alignment with like my destiny, with my gifts that God gave me. Right. Which is why, like right now, even when I talk to you guys and girls and I'm reiterating what it means to be a fucking natural nomad, is like it's not just not taking steroids. It's about being in alignment with your destiny and being in alignment with who you're supposed to be, you know, based off of the gifts, sorry, that God gave you. All right. And I'm not here to make you believe in God if you don't believe in God, or if you don't believe in God, then I'm talking about the universe. And if you don't believe in that hippy dippy shit, then what you're supposed to be, your purpose, right? Like what you wake up for and what you go to bed for, like all that stuff, like your purpose on this planet. To be in alignment with that is to not do things that are going to, make you depressed. To be in alignment with that is to essentially stay away from things that are going to cause trouble and harm in your life and make life a lot more difficult to live. You know what I'm saying? That's what it means in my books to be a natural nomad, aside from not taking PEDs and competing, or not taking PEDs just in general, to improve your physique and get the look that you want out of life, right? So I had a horrible relationship with drugs. That's just what I'm gonna lay down over here. And since most of you guys and girls are new to the page, and you don't know this, I have to tell you, right? So that you get a little bit more context as to why I'm so, pro health. And it's like not that I'm anti steroids, as I said. I'm not like anti steroids because again, like what? You take steroids and you think I'm gonna think you're a bad person? No. I know so many wonderful people that take steroids, and it's not even funny. Like I'm not here to stigmatize people. I'm not here to demonize people. I actually fucking respect the shit out of people that take steroids. Even again, you work hard, like cool. Like anybody that works hard speaks the same language that I do, right? We speak this language of hard work and grind. So how the fuck could I hate that? That's hypocritical, right? Especially as a bodybuilder, right? So I personally know myself enough to know that if I were to touch, any PEDs or anything like that, it would sort of bring back and resurface some of those old addictive traits and personalities that came with me being addicted to or abusing substances in my past. Um, as a young adolescent, teenager, and growing up into a young adult. So it's like I don't want to, bring that back. I don't want to, essentially jump down that rabbit hole and have to deal with that constant mental battle of like knowing that I'm doing something that is harming me, but trying to also like push forward and push through that. Because I remember how difficult it was for me to break loose from the substance abuse and things of that sort. So I just personally would not want to go back through that. And also, me being as competitive as I am, understanding that there is a safe way to dose PEDs, you can hire a doctor, all that stuff. Like I just know myself too well, and I know that if I were to ever jump down that rabbit hole, they say you'll shave a couple of years off your life. I know for a fact that I might die by accident if I do it because I just know how competitive I am and I go overboard with whatever I do. Right. And if you don't believe me, that's how I turn pro naturally. Like, because I go overboard with everything that I do. My training is fucking intense. I eat and I do not miss. My supplements on point. Water on point. Cardio on point. Like I spend it all, then spend some more, and then spend some fucking more, and then spend some more. So imagine if I were to actually, incorporate PEDs into this routine. I know I'd kill myself. And I'm not saying that lightly. Like, I'm not talking about maybe I might live till 60. I'm saying like I might live till 30 if I do it. Because I know who I am in my heart of hearts. I can't lie to myself. You know what I'm saying? And because of that reason and many other reasons, I decided just to never fucking touch it. Because I broke those ties with abusive substances years ago, and I would hate to go back and walk down that path again, knowing who I am in my heart. Okay, so that's it's essentially just to wrap it up. What it is, that's the real reason why I won't take gear, right? And for those of you that know me in real life, know what the fuck I'm saying is true. And for those of you that don't know me in real life, and for those of you that are just learning about me, um, there you go. There you have it. That's the truth. Will I stop talking about gear? No. Will I stop talking about being natural? No. And the reason why is because I want to bring this message out, not just the fact that, oh, you should not take gear or whatever. I'm not telling you what you should and shouldn't do. I'm just saying that what I'm doing works for me because I'm in alignment with who I'm supposed to be. I'm going to repeat that again. What I'm doing works for me because I'm in alignment with who I'm supposed to be. I'm going to repeat that one more time for you guys and girls. What I am doing for me works best because I'm in alignment. Okay? Stay in alignment. Guys and girls, stay in alignment with your dreams, in alignment with what you respect, who you respect, and what you're willing to tolerate, what you're not willing to tolerate, everything in between. Okay. You make your own rules. Remember that. This is your life. I can't, like, I'm not you. I'm not, even if I was your dad or your mom, I still couldn't fucking make you do anything. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the point here. I'm not here to fucking convince you to do anything. I'm expressing to you guys and girls why I'm making the decisions that I'm making. And hopefully it influences you to make the decisions that you want to make. Right? Because if you're making decisions based off of other people, their goals, and what they're telling you, you're in the wrong spot. And if you're making decisions because you doubt yourself or people are telling you other things, you're in the wrong spot. Like, I'll just give you a little quick example here, and I'm most likely going to talk about this in the future. There's a really, really successful coach. I'm not going to name any names here. A lot of people know him, so that's why I'm not going to name names here. And honestly, I have a good relationship with him now, so it doesn't matter. But years ago, by my first nationals, he told me that I would never turn pro or succeed if I don't take steroids. I'm not going to name who he is because I respect him. Okay, and he told me that, and I was like, nah. Well, there's like no way. And I actually kind of believed him because he turned a lot of athletes pro. You know, and I actually kind of believed him. But he told me, he's like, Matt, you'll never turn pro unless you take steroids. In 2018, at my first nationals, he told me this. I'm like, here we are. I was 20 years old. Here we are, 3 years later. I earned my pro card naturally, and I did what he said I couldn't do because I believed in myself. I stayed aligned and I stayed integral. And that's what it means to me to be a natural nomad. Not just the fact that I don't take steroids, but the fact that, as I said, I'm aligned with my destiny. I'm confident in what my abilities are, and I know what I want out of my life, and I strive to fucking achieve it. Right. And as I said, I'm not going to name any names because I got a good relationship with the guy now. Like, I actually saw him at the show, and he congratulated me, but I didn't bring it up because I knew I'm like, well, what's the point? You know what I mean? But at the same time, if you are making a decision because you doubt yourself, or if you are making a decision because you don't believe you can do something, or someone has convinced you that it's not possible to do something, you need to just go back to the drawing board and look at, like, just look at what your dream is, look at what your plan is, and just fight for that. It's not gonna be easy, eh? It's gonna take some time. It might take a lot more time than you anticipated, but when I tell you guys and girls that it is worth it, I'm not lying. It's not lying. It's telling the truth to yourself, and it's telling the truth to the community around you that supports you, and it's most importantly keeping you aligned with who you need to be and who you were born to live in power, to live in integrity, to live in your destiny. All right. So that's it. That's all, guys and girls. Just wanted to keep it short and sweet as I promised. If you are joining the live stream at this time, and it's late, it's all good. I post the replays always Monday to Friday on my YouTube channel at MATT space BUTALE. Let your boy know what you think of these. You can shoot me a message, you can drop a comment, all that good shit. And I will get back to you because I like to hear from you guys and girls. I really do enjoy your presence, and your your contribution to this page. Okay. And again, I'm going to reiterate, being a natural nomad doesn't mean I'm some person that just doesn't take steroids, or that I demonize somebody that takes PEDs, because that's not true. I don't demonize people that don't take steroids. As I said, I look at them equally as people that don't take steroids. We're human beings. It's your choice. Do what you want to do. Being a natural nomad to me means living in integrity, living to literally succeed in what God allowed you to, or the universe allowed you to experience, right? Which is this life, to succeed in this life the way you want to, not the way that other people want to influence you to. Even if that person is me, do what you want to do, but do it with your full heart, do it with integrity, and then you're living the life of a natural nomad. All right. You know what it is, people. Hey, homeboy, you know what it is. You're most welcome. I'm gonna get back to you in the DMs right now. You know what's good. That's it. That's all, people. I'll be back again on Monday. All right. You know what's up. Also, shameless plug. If you haven't already subscribe to my YouTube channel at MATT space BUTALE. A new video, the very first video, which is actually just to give you guys a little sneak peek. It's a recap of 6 days out, which 6 days before the national competition that I had last weekend that I turned pro at. I want to talk a little bit about what I ate, just a tiny bit about what I ate and what I do to help de-stress in times of, like, intense times, like when I'm really tense, like, you know what I mean? Especially during prep when there's like low food and the cardio's high and the workouts are still hard, all that good shit. All right, so check that out. I got a lot of videos in the vault that we're working on to get to for you guys and girls, so y'all can just know me a little bit better than social media. Because again, I'm like on YouTube, just more real. You know what I mean? So not that I'm not real here. It's just that I'm more focused on speaking the message on social media, and on YouTube, I'm just more focused on just being present, just being present in the moment, talking my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like making stupid jokes with the boys, just no filter. Right here, I've got a filter because I actually have a message that I want you guys and girls to always take away from this. All right, so Dynamite underscore 9, you know what it is, dog. Appreciate you, man. I really do appreciate your presence. All right, guys and girls, that's it. That's all. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, MATT space BUTALE. New video coming out at 4 p.m. EST. You know what is good. You know what is up. I will see you again on Monday. You know what's up. Peace and love, motherfuckers. We are out. Boom.